Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, finally the eclipse season is here. On September 7th, there is going to be a lunar eclipse which will happen in the Aquarius sign. So how it is going to be influencing all of us, knowing that pre-hand or in advance becomes very important. Because guys, the time of the eclipse is something where for the spiritual seeker, this could be the time of the activation of the Sushumna. But when we talk about the general mundane people who tend to remain very impressionable, so this is also the time, the way we call it in Hindi, Mati Bhram, Prakritik Aprakritik Ghatnaएं. So Mati Bhram can be translated in English as where your intellect gets distorted and some sort of unnatural kind of event. The third power governed events somehow remains, or our life very much remains vulnerable, prone towards to it. And also guys, like this lunar eclipse is very distinctive in so many ways, because like the eclipse always happens because of the eclipse, like because of the alignment or the excess of the Rahu and Ketu. But over here during this time it's important because Rahu in the Aquarius is considered as very strong, and Aquarius has got their own turmoil because the concern with the Aquarius sign is that it is 8th from the Cancer. So that means moon is actually going to be very much subjected to unpredictable, sudden, karmic and fatalistic kind of events. Now how it is going to be influencing you, we will talk about that. So like the way guys, I cannot talk about whether the Sutak, the precautionary hours are going to be mentioned based on your location or not, because I do not know about your geographical location. Some people debate on this, that do you have to see the lunar eclipse, be awake during that time or not? I will not comment on that because the whole community and people are divided into two groups. But one thing is for sure, refrain from starting something very new during the time of the eclipse. Second thing is that especially for the females who are pregnant. So generally we say that keep your mind occupied with the positive thoughts, do some chanting, and right at the time when the eclipse hour is going to be very predominant at your location if you are pregnant. So as per the old school Hindu philosophers, we say that don't use any sharp edged tools like using knife or cutting something. So just refrain from doing that. So okay guys, now just because it is going to be taking place in the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, which is being ruled by the planet Jupiter. But the concern is that all the Purva Nakshatras, they have got their own ferociousness. During this time, the time of the eclipse, Jupiter is also going to be aspecting this Rahu and the moon as well. So that means for certain people this could also be the time when some important significant event can happen in your life. Some sort of windfall gain can also happen in your life. Like the way guys, a lot of the people in India, especially in the Punjab region, they follow the Lal Kitab, the red book. And in the red book, it has been believed that Rahu and Ketu are the agent of the Saturn. See, you have to understand this thing, the only planet which governs our time, our samay, that is the planet Saturn. I always say this thing when people come to me and complain, in that phase of my life, those people betrayed me, my own people betrayed me. So no one betrayed you, no one rewards you. It's the time, it's the Kal, it's the Samay, which is the planet Saturn. And we generally say the punishment of the Saturn generally, the punishment of your karmas generally comes through Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu through the Mati Bhram, distorting your mind, and Ketu through surgeries and all. So okay guys, now we will briefly look at that how it is going to be influencing all the rising signs, all the moon signs, what all you have to be cautious and careful about. And as you know guys, if I were to only look at via Aquarius as the first house, so Saturn and Mars opposition is also happening in the 2nd and the 8th. So some sort of vulnerability on wrong decision in the finances, sudden unpredictable events, very ferocious events. But the good thing is that when we talk about the sadhana, from the sadhana point of view, from the Aquarius, Jupiter is in the 5th house. and right opposite to it, Ketu is going to be conjunct with Sun and the Mercury as well. So very powerful, very potent eclipse which is going to be taking place. Now guys, talking about how it is going to be influencing all the rising signs or the moon signs. So for the Aries, now guys, in your case there is going to be some shift in your existing ongoing flow of events. Like let's say for example, you have aligned yourself with a specific goal, and suddenly there's going to be some like some sort of epiphany, awakening, and now you're either doubting it, or there's some other options or doors which will open in terms of your association with the large group community, large group networks, with your friends and all. So there's going to be major turmoil which can happen over here. So either walking into a very elite group, or this could be cutting yourself off or severing ties with the existing community, existing membership. For certain people guys, there could be some big windfall gain as well. Now when I say this thing, a lot is dependent on what is the power you have in your natal chart, what kind of dashas you are currently going through. Again guys, eclipse is always fatalistic, it is always karmic. So it's not about you have been working hard and suddenly it will happen. It was there in your destiny and now it can get delivered, because Rahu is very strong. Rahu is very, very strong. It's Rahu's own terrain, and at the time of the eclipse, it's the Rahu and Ketu, the karmic axis only, which has subjugated all the planets. So for the Aries, lot of the good things in store, possibility of that. Now guys, when I talk about the Taurus, so for the Taurus, either your moon or the ascendant, so guys, it is going to be happening in your 10th house. Now it becomes also important to know that who is getting eclipsed. Your third lord is getting eclipsed in the 10th house. So you have to be very careful guys, like any emails, any part of communication, self-expression, your public image at work. So don't take any step which can malign your public image. There might be some gossip, rumors, scandals, false allegation. There's going to be slight possibility of that. But those people who are connected with tech, entrepreneurship, very futuristic, innovation field, so for those people, this could be a very gold mine kind of time. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini, so for the Gemini guys, in your case, it is going to be happening in your 9th house. And what is and who is getting eclipsed? It's your second lord which is getting eclipsed. So guys, beyond any doubt, as you can see that second house is the house of your finances, and in the 9th house, so it is going to make the Gemini Lagna slightly vulnerable, where some wrong guidance, wrong judgment, or this could be a case that luck will play hide and seek. It's like you were not at fault, your planning was not at fault, it was just not meant for you, it was a bad day. So luck actually betrayed you at the 11th hour. So yes, any financial dealings, any family related matter, connected decision needs to be taken with lot of caution and care. That's all what I can say. And don't take any decision completely relying on either on your luck or on the advice of someone. It hardly matters that even if that person is tried and tested and very wise, if it's not there in your destiny, we only get what we are capable of, what is our potential. So that is the kind of precautionary things in the matters of the finances which I want to warn to the Gemini moon or the rising natives. Now guys, when I talk about the Cancer, oh god, so guys, Cancer Lagna, because it's your ascendant lord, so that means your health, your mind, your emotions, and the karma will ripe during this time. Like the way we say that when the fruit is ripe, the tree automatically drops it. Just because guys, it is happening in the 8th house, so many people will get obsessed during this time. Now whatever is happening in your life right now, if a woman or love is the concern, you might get obsessed with it. If it's about research, if it's about astrology, and some sort of breakthrough can also happen. Again guys, when we talk about the 11th house, when we talk about the 8th house, they have humongous potential. Ultimately, eventually, everything comes down to what kind of promise with which you are born with, what you are pursuing. Again guys, if you were to ask me, life looks like to be very long, like 70-80 years. But if you will contemplate, time pass by very fast if you're not consistent with your goals. Life works with a proper planned way for people who have their goals set, but those who are just being led by the time, led by the circumstances, time goes like this. So I mean to say, if you're obsessed and focused towards specific goal or mission in the life, this could be the time of the breakthrough. And again guys, your health needs to be watched. Any bad company you have to refrain from. Any property or joint resources related concern, family, ancestral wealth related concern, in all these areas, guard yourself. And again guys, if you are also being a Cancer Lagna, if you are also going through a time which is making you very prone towards anxiety attack, black magic attack, third power related problem, so guard your energies. Wear any amulet. I'm sure if you follow all these kind of videos, you would be having your trust in the aura protection. So having your aura protection during this time is very, very important. Like, don't go to any haunted places. The ghost will automatically come to you. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, for the Leo, it is going to be happening in your 7th house. So guys, high vulnerability in the commercial related matters. Now this could be a case that it's not you. It's like suddenly you will get to know that your partner made a very big mistake. Your partner did something very, I would not say that intentionally, like, because Rahu and Ketu are like the planets of the destiny, right? So you were just the victim of circumstances. You were at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and something happened. So this would impact your public image, your commercial matters, or some sort of mistake done by the partner, regarding which now you have to wash the dirty laundry of your partner. So something like that. But yes, for sure, any of the commercial matters, business decision needs to be taken with lot of contemplation and all. That's all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna, so guys, for the Virgo Lagna, during this time, health needs to be watched. That is the first thing which I want to say. People who are like awaiting to get any money arranged from the market, any loan, any sponsorship, any funding, any big major sum of money, so that can be achieved. Rahu in the 6th house, 3rd house is considered as very strong. So again, a lot is dependent on, it's a fatalistic karmic event. It is not something about your plan. It's like if you have that in your destiny, if you have been consistently working for it, it could be delivered during this time. But yes guys, health needs to be watched. And at work, like, just be very mindful of how you deal with your subordinates, with your juniors. Generally office politics, becoming a victim in office politics and all generally happen during this time only. So be very mindful of that. Now guys, when I talk about the Libra Lagna, so guys, for the Libra Lagna, this could be slightly breakthrough time. Rahu is an important planet for you. Rahu in the 5th house is not considered as good, especially for your mental health. I will be very honest with you. But because your 10th Lord is getting eclipsed in the 5th house. So it's a typical combination where people are thinking about change or transformation, experimenting with something new. You are a freelance person, entrepreneur and all, major investor and all, you are an artist, you are a creative person. So this could be a very breakthrough time for you, especially females who are pregnant during this time. So at least based on your geographical location, during the time of the eclipse hours, refrain from using any sharp edged tools. It's a very good time for the sadhana, awakening of the Sushumna. It's a very, very auspicious time for that. And refrain from any major financial risk. That's all what I can say. But in the career, those who are eyeing for any change and all, who are in a crossroad, a very beneficial time. Rahu will lead you in the right direction, especially for the people who are connected with the tech. For the Scorpio, so guys, for you guys, it's going to be happening in the 4th house. So yes guys, it's the 9th Lord's energy and Rahu is completely subjugating it. So all what I can say is that in the matters of the property or family, wealth related matters, be very mindful. Don't take any major decision during this time connected with property, your family life, your domestic life. So don't take any major risk during this time. Those people in whose case their natal moon is afflicted, so this might be the time of high anxiety, insecurities. Many people will feel and find themselves insecure. So seeking refuge in bhakti, sadhana, spirituality will guide you, will take care of you. Now guys, for the Sagittarius Lagna, so guys, for the Sagittarius Lagna, you're like 8th lord is getting eclipsed in the 3rd house. So yes, there might be some fallout with your close friends. Be very mindful while signing any document, any documentation, file work, while putting any email. For certain people, if this is what there in your chart and running dasha is promising it, some major like breakthrough, this could be any of the major work which has been stalled for long, suddenly it will resume, or you will get some sponsorship, funding, job application, that could happen, but not a very good energy. Some sort of fallout or very strong harsh argument driven by misunderstanding with the friends or the siblings. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna, so guys, for the Capricorn Lagna, it's the 2nd house. So Rahu in the 2nd house, all what I can say is that finances, food, family, all of that needs to be watched. Generally, the cases of the food poisoning generally happen in this kind of alignment. And again guys, this could also be a case that if like because of the partner, this could be some because it's the 7th lord which is getting eclipsed in the 2nd house. So this could be a case that your partner did something wrong and now you have to pay, and you have to be a part of that damage control as well. So food, family, finances, your speech, all that needs to be monitored. If your running dasha is like supporting some windfall gain, so no harm in getting a $5, $6 lotto ticket, because luck tend to remain very sensitive, very fluctuating in these kind of alignments. But be very mindful of your eating habits and the words you use. Now guys, when we talk about the Kumbh Lagna, so guys, for the Kumbh Lagna or the Kumbh Rashi, it is happening right over there in your 1st house. So that means all the astral entities are going to be observing you, establishing a connection with you, which is very good, especially for the spiritual seeker, for the awakening of the Sushumna, like people who experience like any sort of out of the body experiences, sensation in their body, all of that can happen. In your case, your 6th lord is getting eclipsed in the 1st house. So that means for those people who are already going through some difficult time, because your Sade Sati for the Aquarius moon is still on, some sort of major obstacle can also come. This could be in terms of the health, at work, with your juniors, with your subordinates, suddenly some major fallout or major obstacle. Now you have to do the cleanup. So that possibility is also there. People might also try to embroil you into work related problem, like someone else did something wrong and now they are trying to entangle you in their own mistake at work as well. So all those possibilities going to be there. Slightly beneficial time for people who are connected with charity, social work, innovation and all. And I mentioned very good time for the sadhana, but yes, obstacle and the health vulnerability is going to be there. Now guys, when we talk about the Pisces, so guys, in your case, it's your 5th lord which is getting eclipsed in the 12th house. So guys, for the spiritual sadhana, out of the body experiences, astral travel, mantra sadhana, it's going to be a very good time. Refrain from any major risk in the stock market, trading and all. Those females who are pregnant, they have to follow the precaution like the Narayan Kvach and all. At the time of the eclipse hours, refrain from using any sharp edge tools, and doing charity, doing donation during this time is going to be very beneficial for you. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.